අපි කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලයට දැනුවත් කරේ ඒ පවතින ධාරිතාව අපි අපේ වැඩසටහන අනුව අපි සැලසුම් සහගත කළ තියෙන වැඩපිළිවෙල අනුව විදුලි උත්පාදනය කරනවා නම් අපිට සැප්තැම්බර් මාසේ 15 වෙනිදා දක්වා කිසිම ගැටලුවක් නැතුව විදුලි උත්පාදනය කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා.
During a press briefing held at the Presidential Media Centre yesterday, Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekera provided reassurances to the public that the government is not prepared to encounter any instance of power shortages. He strongly advised citizens to resist the spread of false information propagated by specific political factions regarding water release for electricity generation. He emphasized that such allegations are deceptive and should be treated with skepticism. Minister Wijesekera's statements were delivered as part of the Collective Path to a Stable Country news conference, during which he addressed concerns pertaining to the power supply situation. He earnestly appealed to the public not to be swayed by political campaigns that aim to instill unnecessary apprehension about potential power disruptions. The minister further stated that the cabinet has made a decision to ensure uninterrupted electricity supply to all regions of the island and to maximize the use of water from the Samanala Wewa reservoir for electricity generation. As part of this effort, the Electricity Board has already initiated the release of 3.5 million cubic meters of water from the Samanala Wewa reservoir, starting from 3 a.m. yesterday, for the purpose of generating electricity. Additionally, there is a plan to release 2.5 million cubic meters of water from the 11th to the 15th of this month, specifically for electricity generation. However, due to the current water capacity situation, it is anticipated that electricity generation activities at the Samanala Wewa reservoir will need to be temporarily suspended by the 16th of this month. The government is taking measures to ensure adequate electricity supply and optimal utilization of available water resources for electricity generation during this period. The cabinet has granted approval to expedite the completion of the Polpatiya and Hambantota transmission line system. This decision aims to enhance the efficiency of the electricity transmission network and enable the purchase of electricity as per demand. The management of the Samanala Wewa reservoir, which plays a crucial role in electricity generation, falls under the purview of the Electricity Board. However, it is important to note that the responsibility for releasing water required for power generation in all other reservoirs lies with the Irrigation Department and the Water Management Committee. Through proper management of the water capacity in the Samanala Wewa reservoir, electricity generation activities are being carried out according to the planned program implemented by the Electricity Board. As a result, it is projected that a stable supply of electricity can be provided until September 15th without encountering any issues, the minister said.
CEB calculated it will be an average rainfall year. Beginning of the year, if you can remember, last year in December, I made these statements in Parliament that we can't take this year as a wet year when you have 2 years of heavy rainfall. So this year we calculated as an average rainfall, but unfortunately PUCSL at that moment declared it will be a wet year and that 5,000 gigawatt hours of hydro generation would be possible. But we have estimated somewhere between 4,200, 4,500. But the reality now is that with the drought that we are seeing right now, that we won't be able to reach 3,800 gigawatt hours of hydropower generation for this year. So the additional amount of generation that should be done to compensate the hydropower has to be from thermal. So there will be additional cost in thermal power generation. We haven't done the full estimate of it, but we roughly estimate because of the release of water, the thermal power plants that we'll have to take in for operation in the next 3-4 months will incur at least a 5 billion additional cost to the CEB. But there is also an additional cost, which are the arrears for those power plants that had operated in the last few years. The CEB has not managed to pay the payments. If you look at AS Ambilipitia, there's a 3.7 billion outstanding payment to be made. AS Matra, there is close to about 1 billion outstanding amount, with close to about 5 billion is in total to be paid in arrears, and also the cost of generating in the next 4 months, which would be calculated based on the prices that they give on the RFPs.
So what will be the impact on the electricity consumers?
Electricity consumers will have no impact in the next 6 months. We don't have a revision coming up until the 1st of January. So our next revision will be in December. So if there is more rainfall end of the year or after October as predicted by the Met Department, there won't be any significant changes on that. But if there is any changes, it will not be considered leading up to the months of January. We will be submitting our proposals for next year, and whatever losses that we have incurred this year will be recovered in the January tariff revision. So there won't be any tariff revisions or any adjustments before first week of January.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.